Hi, welcome or welcome back to Mutable Magic channel. I'm Mutable Magic. I had an awesome summer break. Thank you for waiting for me. Thank you for coming back. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. We gossip, we listen to what's happening in the street, and we share our opinions. It's coming on to November, where I'm at, which is like mid-fall season. Cuffing season has started, so I'm gonna be inside listening to what's in the streets and not being in the streets, because I don't want to be cuffed, because I'm nice things. How have you been? I've got an awesome topic today. What is worse in your opinion? A red pillar or a pick-me? A pick-me or a red pillar? A woman who is so male identified thinks in male-centered terms that she is a danger to herself, other women, and the world at large. Or a man who centers his very existence on women gravitating around him, women providing sexual gratification, women providing domestic labor, simply because he was born a man. I know I've simplified it, I've drilled it down to like basics, but I have a few stitches. I have a few videos of people who explain pick-me's and red pillars better than I could. I did some digging also in the groups, and this is where this topic came from. Like, people in a mixed group that I'm in, that I'm lurking in, made some very interesting, salient contributions to what's better, what's worse, a pick-me or a red pillar. True, there were a lot of convergences. A bunch of people gave the obvious answer that both of them are worse. Ew, they're both undesirable. Who wants that? Who does that? But then there were some other contributors in the group who dug down, who went deep into the topic, providing their own reasons, providing real reasons as to why one is worse than the other. We'll get into the slides just now. And as you know, when we do reading, writing, arithmetic here, we always look at the comments with the highest ratings, right? That's where the fun is. That's where the reading, writing, and arithmetic comes in, because we read the comments, they're written. That's the writing part. Then the arithmetic part is just the high-rated comments. And for those of you who like to play games of chance, it could be the ponies, it could be the horses, it could be bingo, hell, it could be spades. We're gonna give you the numbers of the highest rated comments, and here they are.
Red pill community sets men up so badly for long-term relationships. It tells men you have to have a high body count. Cool, they go out and have a high body count, but you have to be with a virgin. Okay, but when they go out into the real world, after they've had a high body count, they are not sexually compatible with a virgin. They are so easily bored by a virgin. They don't know how to work a virgin. They don't have the patience to teach a virgin how to behave in a way that they are pleased with. So they always end up, maybe they'll marry a good woman, they'll go straight to the escorts when they want their pleasure, because they cannot be emotionally and sexually compatible with a virgin, because a true virgin who's good, who's genuinely good, wouldn't select a man that's been sleeping around. So he probably has to fake it to get that good woman, and then while he's being fake, he needs a very promiscuous woman to serve his genuine needs. So he ends up either being married to a good woman and then using escorts on the side. So escorts are still getting the better end of the deal because they see the real you, whereas your wife sees the fake you. Or they end up, I can't be with a virgin, I'm no longer compatible. So they end up with just...
Some time ago, I shared this tweet that said, I think we should also talk about how the Black church is basically a normalized version of the Alpha Male podcast. I want you to check out these two videos and pay attention to the similarities. This one from a Dude Bro Alpha Male podcast.
She says, I got a good job. I make very, very good money. And she says, the only thing I need now is a man. It's like, yo, it's like, who wants you? Who wants you? You're right. Like, once you have achieved these things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself.
Ooh. And this one from one of the most influential pastors in the Black church, Bishop T.D. Jakes.
I I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life.
Both blame the accomplishments of women for their singleness, and both communicate that in order for women to attract men, they have to make themselves smaller. They have to create a need for him to pour into, if you will. I think this is a great case study for how context influences biblical interpretation. Womanist biblical scholar Dr. Mitzi Smith put it this way: the impact of our contemporary context, like the air in the room, is inescapable. This means that it's impossible for someone to interpret the Bible without their context influencing that interpretation. Which begs the question, what is our contemporary context? The same brand of patriarchy being theologically rationalized in church is the same kind of patriarchy being discussed by so-called alpha males, and both are influenced and informed by white supremacy culture's brand of patriarchy. In the words of Levert the Baseman, same script, different cast. Feel free to leave your thoughts and stories in the comments, and as always, like and follow for more content.
How about that? So now you have an idea from these two smart people in the stitches before me, who told you what a pick-me looks like, who told you what a red pillar looks like. Purity culture from the church, which red pillars love. Women should be virgins. Women should have low body counts. That's red pill thinking, right? Red pill thinking is men who nick. Oh, you're real pretty for a dark-skinned girl. You're not normally the type of woman that I date. He says this while you're at a dinner date and he's cutting into a medium done steak, and you don't know whether that's a compliment and you should thank him, or what did this man just say? He's nagging you, sis. These are the same men who do not give compliments to their wives, their girlfriends, because they think you'll get a big head. A red pillar is that man, your husband, or someone you know's husband, who will not change a diaper, who will not warm a bottle. Like the family friend that I had a few years ago. Her husband, they had their daughter. Her husband, she'd ask him for help and he'd say, I'll get the next one. I'll help with the next one. He didn't mean the next bottle or the next diaper change, sis. He meant the next baby. What a genius and red pill way to shirk your responsibilities. You know a pick-me. A pick-me is the woman who will shame me for this shade of lip gloss, who will say that I shouldn't be wearing streetwear at my age. She will follow me into the work locker room and say, why are you putting on makeup when I'm just dusting my nose? Is it for the men in this place? The pick-me is the one who will ask, who served first, the husband or the children? All this, we're debating it because how does it help? How does it encourage? How does it make men and women like each other, gravitate towards each other more in relationships, buttress and strengthen relationships, and the fruit of these relationships? Let's keep watching.
That mom who is mad at her 17-year-old daughter for not fixing her 20-year-old brother something to eat is mad weird to me. Like, it's strange as fuck to me. Like, she walked in the room and asked her son, baby, have you ate? And he said, no, she didn't want to cook, so I ate cereal. And the mom turned around to the daughter and say, you mean to tell me all he ate was cereal? Oh, you finna have to get out of my house. Like, excuse me? And to mind you, it's not like the boy doing nothing major. He ended up smoking and rolling up and on his game. Like, why his big grown ass can't fix his own food? Then the mama telling the daughter, oh, you finna have to get out. Oh, you ain't want to cook? I'm finna show you. And then the girl said she record her. Oh, don't record me. I'm finna show them how I beat you. Blase squash. But like, just the whole situation wrong. I just feel like, personally, why is your daughter why are you bringing her up to cater to your son? Like, why do you feel like she has to feed him? Why are you even trying to install that in her? Like, am I tripping? There's no way my daughter is gonna have to cook for her older brothers. Like, no, everybody, like, up the age, baby, fix your own food. It's really that simple. Then you could tell that the girl be going through a lot because the girl is like terrified of her mom. And she tell her mama she ain't got nowhere to go. Her mama like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. You need to kick that big overgrown ass boy out your house. What the fuck?
Comments like these, I'm getting flooded with comments like these. Never in my life did I know there were so many men and women alike who genuinely think like this and who think this is okay. We need to stop making 18 the safe zone for pedophilia. And I just want to take the time to say that I am so sorry for anyone and everyone who's ever been abused or looked at in a sexual way by somebody who was meant to protect them. Stepfathers are meant to protect. Cousins are meant to protect. Uncles, fathers, church members are meant to protect, not look at you and lust after you. The very people who are meant to protect you, you're not even safe around. People are not even safe. Young women are not even safe in their own homes, and it's disgusting. As women, as young women, older women, make sure that you have your own and you can provide for your children. So your children never have to be in a situation where they're around someone they're not safe around for survival reasons.
A lot of opinions in this group discussion seem to center their vitriol, seem to put the blame on pygmies really, and that pygmies are worse than red pillars. They accuse pygmies of putting red pillars on a pedestal and then just morphing their personalities, morphing and shaping, pretty much existing to appease red pillars. One contributor, Lee, says red pill exists to do exactly what has been told to them. They're not outside of their nature. Pygmies are dangerous because they will go against their own survival and betray other women. Like the mother with her daughter, she was just too calm. She was just too chill while this man is saying, yeah, your daughter's got the shape that I like. She's shaped like he's outing his predatory nature. He's outing his predatory threats and thoughts so freely, so openly to her, and she's calm. Me? Nah, not a chance. You see these mercurial eyes? I have too much mutable energy in me. I want some man to try me with that. I haven't made a man miserable in a while. I want some man to try me about that. About why don't you put out your daughter because she's shaped like you and I know what I like. This is what the contributors are saying, that pygmies are traitors to their own race, to their own kind. They're not girls. They don't support other women. They don't protect other women or girls. They will sell them out for a piece of right? They will sell them out to appease red pillars who are not appeasable in any sense at all. This contributor says, that will have you picking abuse and assault over your children and your own life. You can ignore red pill. A pygmy will literally get you killed, then blame it on you. So this very chill mother replying to this man who says that he's attracted to a child that has been in his care, who he's had his eyes on. She's been growing up, shaping into this shape in his very presence. She's calm about it, she's chill about it, and that makes her very dangerous because she should be losing her marbles, protecting her child. She's not about protecting this child. She's about thinking, how can she safeguard this household that she's got? Nah, wouldn't be me.
One thing I regret not doing when I was younger was standing in the kitchen and watching how my mom actually made food. And I only did it because it was always, what are you gonna cook for your husband? What's your husband gonna eat? Meanwhile, I have 4 brothers that can't boil a pot of water for shit. So I refused. I was like, girl, they're not learning. I don't need to learn either. And now I'm standing here in my kitchen with nothing but strawberries and ice cream in my fucking fridge. I'm hungry, and it's like, girl, why don't you say, what are you gonna cook for yourself? You should have, what are you gonna make for your friends when they come over to your fancy new apartment? I wanna learn, but cook for my husband? And you're not teaching the husbands how to be husbands? Yeah, no, fuck that. We all gonna starve in this bitch.
I knew it was gonna be a good day when I read the thread and there wasn't this wild divergence between the opinions of men and women. I enjoyed that there was middle thinking. Men and women saying that both pygmies and red pillars are trash, right? Do not recommend ghetto. And then I went to the stitches and both articulate, professional, researched people who are experts in their field, like the psychologist Sadia, like the man who was equating red pill thinking to the church. That opened my eyes. I enjoyed that as well, because it wasn't just the regular man and regular woman's experience hating on these people who want to center the men in their lives, who want to center women as objects in their lives. It wasn't just us, but that there are people who think in broader, trained, educated spheres who actually see a problem with these people. Wonderful. A bunch of us were saying, hey, why don't they meet up somewhere? Come, pick me, come, red pillar, get together. But now we see that it will not happen because they despise each other. The red pillar really doesn't want to pick me. He wants a free bird who he will cage and take down a notch. That's why he will neg you. That's why he won't compliment you. That's why he will ask you, what do you bring to the table? And then there's the pick-me, the mom who's ready to kick out her minor 17-year-old child because she has not served a man. She has not made her existence, centered her existence on her 20-year-old brother who is not in education, employment, or training. Look it up. The term is called NEET. It is a policy brief term already, because there's a growing number of young men who are not in education, employment, or training. It's a problem. Look it up and then drop your comments, right? Drop your comments under this video. So now we know, and men and women from all walks, from all philosophical backgrounds agree that pick-me's and red pillars are a problem and they should not be tolerated. And you and me, covering pick-me's, covering red pillars, if you're out there, let's continue to do the work to shake it out of our systems and vibrate higher. I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making this video for you. I enjoyed listening to the stitches and exposing the dangers of pick-me's, the dangers of red pill thinking, and the fallacy and the foolishness of it all. And I'm hoping that we learned something. The bingo numbers will be here again for you. Hey, if you win something, the tithe comes here to teacher. All right? Okay, I'll be back another time. Hope to see you soon. Hey, click like and subscribe, okay? Bye-bye.
If you're really not attracted to those men, ladies, you know ladies I'm talking about, don't ask them for no help and see how long you survive. See?
Don't expect these men to save you, ladies. Wow, wow, wow.
You should really listen to yourself. So you're saying that independent women who have preferences in men are not worthy of saving? What? Like, being independent and having preferences, it's important. Like, that's a good thing. I don't get why a lot of you guys are scared of these independent women. And you also get mad because they have preferences. Dude, if a woman rejects you, you can't be mad at that. Wow, I hate women because they reject me. Mommy!
So let's have a quick look at the slides, the ones with the top rated comments. You know, we always look for the top 10 highest rated comments when we do reading, writing, and arithmetic on this channel. So let's just have a quick go-see of the slides, yeah? Coming in with the highest ratings, this is 27 responses. This is someone pretty much explaining or breaking down what a pick-me is. She calls it a response to the social conditioning young girls receive, where they're taught that they are less than males they birth and that they should center men. It is internalized patriarchy and internalized misogyny. It's not a good place to be, yeah. Red pill dudes are worse. Now, this commenter also breaks down what red pillars are. Says they're worse because the existence of largely single pick-me women means that these men are using their platforms to simply harm and humble women and break them down and not choose pick-me, right? You're saying women who have high body counts, women who are not virgins, women who don't cook, clean, wear dresses, women who are not in caring fields, who are in tech, who are in competitive fields. They're undesirable, but there are these women who are in caring fields, who wear dresses, who go to churches, who go to Abrahamic beliefs and that kind of thing. They've been raised in church. They have low to no body counts, but they're single. Right? So this is what this commenter, the highest rated commenter with 27 responses, says. With 8, a pick-me is worse, right? We have wombs, so we have the responsibility. I wish the commenter had fleshed this statement out a little bit more, because just leaving it like that, it kind of leaves it at the feet of women, when we know that reproduction, when we know that even sexual relations, it's a negotiation between two people. It's not entirely women, and women don't entirely and always have the power over their wombs. It's only recently and in modern times that women have not had to hide their family planning pills, have not had to pretend that they're struggling to conceive, and yet they are taking control of their reproduction because the men in their lives, husbands, wanted to be in control of their reproduction. Okay, let's go to another slide. 15, 26, and 17. That's John with the brilliant idea of setting up pick-me's and red pillars. Gina comes in with 26 reactions saying, pick-me's, comment should be somewhere. Pick-me's, they are the gatekeepers, and without their support, the red pill members and members of the Bitter Bussy Brigade may not have as much momentum and influence. This is true because it'll always be a woman telling another woman that her skirt is too short, her lipstick is too red, why is she wearing makeup at the job? It's always some woman calling a teenage girl or a 10-year-old girl with breast buds fast, telling their daughter to dress up because their uncles are coming to the house. That's pick-me behavior. If he has eyes, predatory eyes, for children, why is he coming to a space where children are? That is pick-me behavior that protects and encourages predatory behavior, creates a safe space for predatory behavior. Coming in with 17, we've discussed that already. It's about the pick-me. Yeah, the pick-me seems to be winning the race to the bottom. 3 reactions says, pick-me's, they allow red pillars to think that they have a chance. Oh, that's deep. That's deep right there. 4 reactions says, I say pick-me's are the worst. For one, it's wasted energies because the red pillars don't even want them either. They're not looking to be appeased. They're looking to be angry and bitter. This is the red pillars, and you got women coddling them, and they still get disrespected and not picked. It's a zero-sum game. No, one is winning. The red pillar seems to be winning, and the pick-me is not winning at all. Despite all these efforts, despite all this energy they put into pleasing and pedestalizing men and red pill men, they're not winning. They're still being taken as doormats. They're still being discarded, while these men, these red pill men, these are the men who will complain about half-naked women on Instagram with BBLs and 40-inch bust-down weaves, saying that they want women who cook clean and dress modestly, but will not give these bare-faced, long-dressed women a second look the minute an Instagram baddie crosses right in front of them. Do we have any more interesting reactions here, or should we go to the next slide? I don't know. Let's go to the next slide. A lot of opinions in this group discussion seem to center their vitriol, seem to put the blame on pick-me's really, and that pick-me's are worse than red pillars. They accuse pick-me's of putting red pillars on a pedestal and then just morphing their personalities, morphing and shaping, pretty much existing to appease red pillars. One contributor, Lee, says red pill exists to do exactly what has been told to them. They're not outside of their nature. Pick-me's are dangerous because they will go against their own survival and betray other women. Like the mother with her daughter, she was just too calm. She was just too chill, while this man is saying, yeah, your daughter's got the shape that I like. She's shaped like, he's outing his predatory nature. He's outing his predatory threats and thoughts so freely, so openly to her, and she's calm. Me? Nah, not a chance. You see these mercurial eyes? I have too much mutable energy in me. I want some man to try me with that. I haven't made a man miserable in a while. I want some man to try me about that, about why don't you put out your daughter because she's shaped like you and I know what I like. This is what the contributors are saying, that pick-me's are traitors to their own race, to their own kind. They're not girls. They don't support other women. They don't protect other women or girls. They will sell them out for a piece of land, right? They will sell them out to appease red pillars who are not appeasable in any sense at all. This contributor says, that will have you picking abuse and assault over your children and your own life. You can ignore red pill. A pick-me will literally get you killed, then blame it on you. So this very chill mother replying to this man who says that he's attracted to a child that has been in his care, who he's had his eyes on. She's been growing up, shaping into this shape in his very presence. She's calm about it, she's chill about it, and that makes her very dangerous because she should be losing her marbles, protecting her child. She's not about protecting this child. She's about thinking, how can she safeguard this household that she's got? Nah, couldn't be me.